I'm coming. They're like, where is she at? She's on the screen and she's right here. What's happening? I'm coming. Hope y'all doing well wherever you're on the globe. If there's anybody here at this point, because I can never tell. But I was getting tools here. Let's see, hold on. All right, there we go. Greetings. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by here on TikTok Live or wherever you happen to see this at some point. At The Real Bloom from the Love, I go by Bloomy. This is a general collective oracle tarot reading inspired by those who come to me asking about ascension. I do get people that actually ask about ascension, you guys. They're saying, how do I ascend, Bloomy? I feel like I'm going through some type of the dark night of the soul. I'm not sure about all this stuff. I'm new to this stuff. I hear a lot about it, and everybody's got a lot to say. I'm overwhelmed by the research. How do I freaking ascend, Bloomy? People talk about it. How do I ascend? So this is not going to be for everybody. Okay, so please only take what resonates. Don't worry about the rest, okay? Not everybody's into this. Not everybody's asking this. So this is for the collective that feels like they're brand new and they're wanting to ascend and they're just having a little bit of trouble. And we're going to try to tap in and get some guidance on that, okay? Now, what you guys are looking at, I'm going to do some demonstrations with you guys here. I'm going to talk a little bit. I'm going to use this Play-Doh. We're going to do some demonstrations first. We're going to have a little bit of fun because I was guided to embrace fun and lightheartedness and a little bit of play. So we do have Play-Doh. Do you guys remember Play-Doh? We're going to do some illustrations here in a minute. Okay, and you guys are looking at, oh, that's what I need. Okay, hold on, guys. You're looking at two candles here, okay? And if you know me, you know that usually there's nothing without some type of an intention. I have a yellow and a blue. Now, both of them have rose petals in them to be infused with love, right? But blue, this light sky blue, almost representing your throat, the throat chakra. This is how you manifest. This is how you show up. It's how you communicate, okay, in the world, in this 3D. Yellow is representing your fire. It's representing the solar, your chi, that midsection, your gut, your empowerment, your self-esteem, your identity, okay? So speaking empowered with love, the rose, your truth. Truth ascending. For those of you who are asking about ascension, feeling empowered to do this ascension path, okay? Now, like I said, we're going to do a little demonstration. We're going to play. I'm going to show you guys something here in a minute. Then we're going to get into the actual reading, okay? But we're going to have fun. I was guided to embrace that, and this is me showing you all that actually follow me, okay? That I take what I say seriously, that I don't just come on a platform and just bark out a whole lot of shit, okay? And then go off these platforms and don't do none of it, okay? This is my life. It's me, okay? So let's get into the fun. I'm so excited. We're going to have fun. We're going to play. We're going to tap into our inner child here, okay? Then we're going to get some blue sage, and I'm going to talk about this blue sage in a minute, okay? We'll do this right before we get into the reading. I did purchase some online from a young lady. I'm not going to, I don't know if I should share information because she may not be comfortable. So I'm just going to share a little bit about that and the definition of this particular sage and so forth, okay? But let me turn down my frequencies there in the background so we can have some fun here. Yep, there it is. I should put on some play. I'm going to put on some play music, okay? I'm pressing the change to get down, okay? I'm going to change to get down. Whoa. We pressing the play. All right. I guess I could put on some cafe music. Bossa Nova jazz, man. I love me some Bossa Nova. If y'all haven't figured that out yet. Okay. La 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 la. Okay. So let's play. So we have empowerment. We got the rose in both. We have empowerment and we have truth. We have throat chakra and we have solar plex. Okay. We have the element of fire. Yeah. Reigniting that fire, right? Okay. To live and be your version of you on your terms, not some programs. Okay. All right. And you have a right to that as a divine being. I just want to say that, okay? I don't care what no one else says about that and how they feel. At the end of the day, if you know what I'm saying? Fucking, well, what's this? Oh, incense dust on me. You have a right to that. You know, that's just, sorry and I'm not sorry, okay, motherfuckers. But let's play. Y'all remember Play-Doh? Okay, so I have some yellow Play-Doh here. I'm going to bring it up to you guys. Okay, and it looks like it's got all these specks in it, right? Remember when we were little, some of us wanted to eat the Play-Doh, right? Especially if it was the smell kind, if it smelled like cookies or fucking, you know what I'm saying? All right, so what are we doing here? Why do I have the Play-Doh? We're talking about ascension, right? We're answering the question for those of you who are saying, Bloomy, ascension. All right, I don't want to do some shit. Dark Night of the Soul, okay, whoop, the Matrix and shit, somebody, I'm unplugged, goddammit. This is great. This is new, Bloomy. Help me. Okay, everybody's talking about it, but from where I'm at, from my level of understanding, all things being equal, how, Bloomy? How? Shit, you know, that's the keeping it real. Somebody's going, how? Okay, we heard you, Bloomy. We heard the other 1,000 people talking about it. How, goddammit. Okay, I hear you, my friend. So, this is why I got Play-Doh out. In order to ascend, there's a few things that are essential. One of them is this. You see how I am mushing this around? How pliable it is? You see how I'm just sitting here? I'm here. Nothing special, just allowing, but mushing everything up. Just going with the ebb and flow. Not being stuck and rigid, like what happens when the Play-Doh gets hard. When the Play-Doh dries out in an image or in a form, and you try to do this, it's not going to move. And if you were to drop it, it would shatter. But if you want to ascend, there's a mindset and a willingness that has to be done by you. via either verbalizing this intention to whether you are, you say source, you say Yeshua, like all those are semantics, okay? Archetypal energy, creator, all of that. So being willing to even let go of the need for all these semantics. Oh no, it says it has to be. How about be pliable? Allowing yourself to be transformed. Everything that you thought was absolute. But you have to be like this in order for this to happen. And get misshapen for a while. You see how misshapen it is? It's like, God damn it. I done spent 35 years trying to make myself look like this. I spent 35 plus years because everybody on the earth told me. My people, they people, the social media, the fucking government, everybody. I done spent my whole life virtually trying to look like this. I was told this is it right here. This is perfect. This is the way. This is the ticket. This is how I'll be happy. This is what will give me a good life or get me love or, heaven or whatever programs you've had. I was told this. I done spent 35, 40, 50 years. Oh, God. I must. They said, this is it. However, I'm not fulfilled. Everything is the same. Everything is still shattering. I'm dissatisfied with my life. I'm dissatisfied with myself. I'm dissatisfied with my routine. I'm dissatisfied with everyone else. I'm just putting on a smile because that's what I'm programmed to do. And we go out and we make nice. And, But if the truth be told, if these walls could talk, they wouldn't be saying, happy, happy, joy, joy. Right? In fact, this ball has become kind of dull and gray and dusty. Actually, I can't even move. I'm a ball, but it's dry now. The slightest pressure, I'll crack. The slightest uncomfortability, I'm shattered, I'm destroyed. I spent 30, 40 years, and look at what happened. Versus, when you're ready to ascend, understanding that, it's actually pride and narcissism that makes us believe or causes us to feel like we have all things figured out, that we know all there is to know about this existence, this universe, humanity. We know not a lot, but we're still ever learning. Once upon a time in history, before 2022, folks felt the same way, because that's the nature of a human experience. In that particular time frame, they are absolute about what they're absolute about. It's not until time, which is an illusion, but until it expands and grows on, that their absolutes are proven wrong. But in their time, it was absolute from the framework in which they knew. That's everything. When we let go of all that, which is a challenge. I'm not going to make this like it ain't a challenge, okay? Because that dark night, those initial dark nights, this is programs. Just think about an old computer with the same old get down. Operating system, softwares and shit. It ain't budging. If you try to do something fancy schmancy with these old ass, dusty ass, you know what I'm saying, operating systems here. And softwares, no matter, you can push the button, you can push the damn button all you want. Okay? You can push the button, you could hard reset, you can fucking you can unplug and replug, you can fucking do a disk cleanse, you can fucking. But at the end of the day, when you do all that operating system and those software programs are only going to do what they are designed to do, period. That's it. It's not that there's something wrong with that. It's just a matter of fact. It's programmed to do this, this, this. That's it. Okay? The operating system is as such to hold this amount of RAM, to hold this amount of memory, to be able to compute and navigate these amount of commands in this way and in this manner. But that's it. You can dust it off. You can get some computer dusting cleanser and you can do all the shit. The only thing that you finna get is a more optimum version of its already established system. But no change. Nothing beyond what is already known. Likewise, ascension. Ascension is not about just cleaning up something old and dusty that you didn't have for 1,000 years. That's not what ascension is. Ascension is this. Remaining in this state of being as you're just going on in life, realizing that you're always evolving and growing and expanding, flowing, okay? Also understanding that in order to become or unbecome that hard ball, it's a choice that has to be made. To go down this rabbit hole, realizing that if I want to be something other than this old dusty ball that's and then got hard, I can't do nothing else. I'm stuck. I'm stuck in this circle. I'm stuck. The only way out is a decision to be willing to be destroyed in a way, in a good sense, versus the hard sense. Do you guys get the difference? See, the destruction comes to this ball anyway. It holds on to all of its old shit, but the nature of life on this earth, the destruction is coming. But because of its resistance to the pliability, it's going to be very catastrophic over and over again, 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 like this, Groundhog's Day, over and over again, over and over again, program, over and over again. Still no change, still in the same spot, just older. Willful destruction, like Eat, Pray, and Love, when she was in Rome, she said, ruin is a gift. Because see, that unplugging our lower mind to survive is a bad thing. I had to switch. Hold on, I'm sorry. Okay, so like I was saying, for the change to take place easily, there is a decision, okay? A decision has to be made first. That's the first step, to be willing to be destroyed. On Eat, Pray, and Love, she said ruin is a gift. Okay, because it allows us to transform and to become something new and to allow, hear that word, allow the natural rhythms instead of rigidly resisting. The ego the lower mind is designed to protect us. Okay? So it's not a bad thing. But left to its own devices, and if allowed to rule us, then this is where we see the state of the world as we do. Okay? Because basically it's like a teenager. Okay? Trying to fight to survive at all costs, willing to lie, kill, steal, and destroy to do so. Okay, that's the ego. That's the lower mind. So there has to be some type of a decision that says, I'm willing to be destroyed in a good way. Everything that I have relied upon up until this very moment, everything that I have stomped around and said, God damn it, this is the absolute, even though I'm going down in flames. Everything that I have clung onto for dear life, but obviously ain't doing nothing for me. All right, I'll set the intention to ascend. So I'm going to allow, hear this, we're not talking about force. This is going to be uncomfortable because in the world of behavioral health, if you guys are familiar with me, I have a diverse background. Okay? Not to say it's anything wrong with, just one industry or the other, but I feel like the background has made me affluent or seasoned because I've got the science, I've got the behavioral health, I got the studies, I got the psychology. I also have, then the esoteric side, the spiritual, the energetic, and then I'm not trying to puff myself up. I'm just simply saying, when you merge, this is why I call it, holistic, right? When you merge all of that in the right way, you realize that, this brain, this body, what happens to us, dissociation kicks in and cognitive dissonance because we're governed 90% subconscious. Our actions, everything, our get down, our perceptions. Do your research so that you don't feel like you're just swallowing yet something else that someone else said. This is why I tell people, be diligent, because this is going to stick for you when you take on ownership versus, okay, Bloomy said it, this one said it, that one said it, okay? And if this is so, that means it's a hardwire. We have hardwire, if you want to equate it to a computer system. Ain't no getting past that. I told someone a while long back, there is none. For me, you, or no other humans, there is no. I know that's probably botching up English, but look, there is no getting past your beliefs. The real ones, not the ones we want, but what is hardwired. And unless the only way out, you have to willfully, intentionally decide and ask your higher self, God, to assist you with that process. I want to be unplugged. I am willing to be destroyed. I want to let go. And I don't know how, because the brain is going to kick in and fight. The ego is going to kick in and say, what the fuck is happening? This is all you know. The brain is powerful. Whatever you believe and perceive, this is going to show up to you, even whether or not it's absolute. This is something that I've learned. This is why people can fight to the death on something, because the brain, the program, yeah, it is truth for them because they're still running off of that. Yep, correct. Absolutely. They are still there. This is why it doesn't serve us to try to make someone else see something. It serves us to just worry about, let me get my get down together shit. Fuck that. Fuck it. You get there, let me just get my own get down. Fuck that. Because if I get my get down together, then I'm going to have more empowerment and mastery to start co-creating things that's more in jive with me versus trying to deal with motherfuckers. Okay? I really got that attitude at some point. Got tired. You get tired. No, fuck that. Fuck that. So, it's about us. It always is, actually, at the end of the day, man. Are you willing? Because it ain't going to be a skip. I think I did a duet on here on TikTok with this gentleman maybe a couple months back. I had me dying laughing because he did something about, he was like spiritual awakening, some shit like that. He's like spiritual awakening the way people think it is. And then he said, it was like pause. And then it was like, but how it really is, right? And then he was like, what the fuck is going on? Dun, 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 right? You just guys got to see it. I think I'm going to repost it because I was in tears. Because initially, it doesn't stay like that. I promise you. But initially, yeah. Just think about look, let's make it simple. Everything you've ever known. Just everything you ever known. Just you thought was the truth and everything and everybody. And then one day you wake up and the shit wrong. How disorientating is that for anybody? It's disorientating. Cognitive dissonance kicks in to resist. So this is why I'm not implying you should push. Set the intention. That's the first start. And asking, like, please help me with this process so that I can be like this. So that y'all can unplug me, y'all, higher self, whatever. Safely ascend. Because my world, everything it's all going to change. It's going to start changing. There's going to be a little bit of pain. There's going to be, secrets, truths, all sorts of stuff come out that, you may not have wanted to know. Okay, I'll just say it that way. Things that were covered up for your whole life. You're gonna find out some betrayals in your blood and some sick shit and the things people did. You're gonna find out about some black magic. You're gonna find out about rituals. You're gonna find out about shit that before you may have been like, nah, somebody watching too much TV. Only to discover the TV is often revealing truths. That, let's just say, the mass don't want people to really know because it changes the trajectory and the dynamics of everything. Because knowledge can be power. This is why there's a frequency and energy of wanting people to stay not in the know. Because the not in the know makes you a sitting duck. Okay? A sitting duck. A pawn. Okay? So, and also with this Plato, take on childlikeness. Right? We've lived, experienced a lot of trauma, a lot of drama. And over time, we do lose this childlike wonder and faith and hope. The child can go with the flow and they find humor and beauty in almost anything. When we think about it, especially us older generations, before we had, maybe I shouldn't have did that. Before we had, all this technology the way we do, most of us was able to go outside and get some jacks and shit and be like, hopscotch and shit, playing in the dirt, get a piece of wood from the outside and shit. We finna put the piece of wood over there. And for us, this was fun. This was bliss. This was the moment. We were right there. It wasn't about tomorrow. It wasn't about all of that. It was like, this is here. We having fun. We're in the dirt and shit. We gonna get this wood and we gonna make do. And didn't feel no kind of way about it. We gonna play red light, green light. We gonna play Simon Says and shit. We gonna play Mother May I. And we happy about it. Remember that? That attitude is going to be required because there's a level of trust and faith that you're going to need to be able to tap into as you start awakening, because you haven't been here. Rather, I should say, your soul has. But in this incarnation, you haven't been. It's a new process. You've been plugged into what you've already done, what your ancestry has done time and time again. Okay, with society, the culture. So to let all that go, it requires a level of childlikeness with wisdom. Okay, you do want to balance out. You don't want to force. It's an allowing. It's an intention, because it's going to be based on the pace that you're able to handle. Okay, it's not about comparing it to Blooming or comparing it to this one. Your soul has already set some things up for you once you are ready to surrender. Okay, so it's about just doing the best you can to stay in the ebb and flow of that for you, truly and sincerely. Okay, and just rolling with it, shit. Okay, you know, you got destroyed. Whoa, your whole get down. You know what I'm saying? You're like, God damn it, I didn't have to let go of everything. I didn't have to walk away from all these motherfuckers. I had to walk away from these places and shit. I fucking had to start the fuck over. I was telling someone the other day, other day, about a week ago almost, that I essentially uprooted and started my life over all the way from scratch. And I watched my ancestors and my spirit guides step in to replace in abundance everything, you guys, and I'm not exaggerating. Everything. When I left Sodom and Gomorrah, I said, I will take the bare essentials. I'll travel light, because I ain't finna do all this. I ain't finna haul all this shit. I ain't finna drive to the fucking way somewhere else and shit. I was like, no, I was not doing it. I was like, I ain't finna ship this and ship that. I don't want to come back to this godforsaken place. I was like, I'm done. I'm done. And I asked my guys, I was like, look, man, I have my son. You know, he was always my primary concern, because I can rough it, man. I know how to fucking rough it. But my son, I'm like, he done been through enough, man. And so I talked a lot to my guys about that. I'm like, he done been through enough bullshit with these Disney motherfuckers. I'm like, help me, so that he can be as comfortable as I can get him to be. This major transition, moving, is always traumatizing anyway. So help me, guys, because I don't know what's going to be and to come. I'm just faith in it. What I'm telling you guys about, I'm faith in it. I'm faith in it. I ain't doing abracadabra. I ain't fucking doing no black magic on some fucking weird shit. I ain't fucking, you know what I'm saying, energy harvesting and playing with motherfuckers and cast a spell on a motherfucker. You know, that ain't my get down. That's not a divine's get down. We don't roll like that. We set our intentions. We surrender to the higher self. We do our due diligence. We work on our energy and our vibration. In alignment, we co-create and attract. That's what we do. Okay? We change that brain. We get into neuroplasty, realizing that the reason why we're in what we're in is because it is our program. It's our program. It's otherworldly shit. It's black magic. It's this. It's that. When you get into the know, I'm fencing to fuck all that up, and I'm fencing to give me a whole new get down. Right? So my guys helped me. I walked away from everything, and I did start from scratch. And they gave me everything over in abundance. I saw human kindness the moment I arrived. That wasn't attached to some weird shit. I saw it play out. I was amazed. I was shocked. It didn't take me 5 and 6 months because I was trying to, you know, when you're an earth sign, if you're earth or air, okay, if you have a lot of air or earth, you have a tendency to be very practical and pragmatic. You're like, wait a minute, God damn it. Like, what I'm gonna do, it's gonna take me 6 months and shit for me to get me a comfortable life, to get the furniture, to get another vehicle, to find a job, to be able to, this is gonna take me at least 6 months to a year. This is our logic, isn't it? It is, because it's normal. Normally, under normal circumstances, yes. But when you surrender to your higher self and your guides on this ascension path, it's more supernatural. And it becomes more natural for you, realizing you ain't gotta sweat blood and tears and shit. You ain't gotta kill motherfuckers and do weird shit with weird people. You know what I'm saying? In order to have a decent life and shit. You ain't gotta fucking sell out. Because now you've become pliable. Faith in it. Like, man, I'm doing light team shit, ancestors, whoever, who here today is Yeshua, Merrimack, somebody. They get good humor out of me, I'm telling y'all. I swear, like today, my grandmother even laughed. Okay, this is how I know, because I'm like, they laugh, because I be on one sometime. I was saying some shit earlier. I was like, look, y'all, you know, you heard me, y'all, and shit, you know, and they came, and they're like, right. So they tell me that, they was like, okay, you know, they're like, you're right. This is what we need. We need you just to go ahead and embrace what we said here. Okay, we hear you. We got that. You're right. Trust. Just trust this. Trust that we handling it. And I was like, I'm tripping, huh? You know, like I heard the laugh. And they're like, no, we think it's fun. We think it's funny. And I said, okay. I said, well, help me. I said, help me. Because they were like, you have to embrace. We're asking you to do this because you're blessed. Look around. Like they're reminding me. Look around, Brandy. Look. Pay attention. Look at what has already happened for you and your son here. Not just on the external, but look at him. Look at his face. Look at yours. Look at the changes since you all have gotten out of Sodom and Gomorrah. Look at the peace and the rest that you guys haven't had in a long time while you were in Sodom. On top of that, look at how we're blessing you and providing everything that you walked away from and let go of that you thought was going to take you 1,000 years more to get again. We gave it to you in under a month. How does that happen? Remember and enjoy. In terms of the injustices, know that we're whooping ass and we're going to continue to whoop ass. We need you to play. We need you to take on some light heart. We need you to share this with the people that you're helping so that they can know that they can trust their guidance team to make karmic justice a reality without needing to be too attached to it. Right? Play. Let them do this. And then watch, you may become even a better, we were stuck on being this, we wanted to be this one ball that we thought we were supposed to be. This ball could represent, I was told that I'm supposed to climb a corporate ladder, I'm supposed to go and have the American dream. I was told that I'm supposed to have, not that there's anything wrong with it, Hear me out. I'm not implying that. I'm talking about when our soul is not satisfied with that. Our soul pulls us to different directions. And we're just trying to make ourselves stay. You hear me? I was told I must do this. I must get married by this age and I must have 2.5 kids, an adult, and I must, believe this way. This must be my spirituality. I must look. We don't must anything. It's our choice. Ascension. So be willing to accept what you perceive as ruin. What you perceive. In the 3D, I could have perceived me walking away from everything I've ever known. Things that I have worked hard for. Things that I worked hard to be able to attain and create while I was in Sodom. Right? I could have looked at it like, man, that was a lot of it's good riddance because it came. Good riddance. My whole wardrobe, you guys, I came here with the bare minimum. I came here with my workout gear. Okay. A couple of shirts, because I had a bunch of shit. But I was like, nah, we going light. I was like, I'm going to trust. Some going to go down. I was like, just some going to go down like team. Because I want to take the essentials. Okay, all this other shit don't mean nothing. That was my attitude. It's that detachment. There it is. Thank you, Spirit Guides. You want to ascend, you got to be able to detach. It's our over-attachment to the 3D that creates this pain and suffering, that creates the resistance to your own growth. I was like, fuck it. That's okay. And I think that's what opened me up. And that's why my guy stepped in and had all these surprises. When I got here, I didn't know what I was going to do. As far as I knew, I didn't have any furniture. I was like, shit. I was shocked that I fucking even got the place and shit. I was like, I ain't gonna lie. Shit. I was like, they done made a mistake, but I'm gonna roll with this shit. Roll, goddammit. Fuck that. Hurry up, Randy. Before they figure this shit out. So, but that's really how I felt. I ain't gonna lie. But even once I did get the place, I was like, but I ain't got shit in it, goddammit. How am I get shit? When I got here, the owner opened up the door, and there was a surprise. Right as I walked in the door, there was a whole living room set and shit that was not on the pictures or any of the things that he had sent me prior. That was the first thing. I was like, what? And then after that, one of the neighbors saw me, and then they were like, oh, hi, and all this extra friendly shit. People don't ain't like that no damn Sodom, Gomorrah. They're fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? When I got here, you know what I'm saying, they're all like, hi, oh, they said someone was coming. Do you need anything? And I was like, huh? She was like, oh, yeah, I have all this extra stuff. Why don't you come over here and I'm going to show you? And I'm just looking like, for real, almost wondering if I'm being punked. Because I'm like, really, though? What's the catch? What, you trying to kill me and shit? Secretly, what you finna do? So, then, so I got all these, I got dishes, just everything, you guys. My wardrobe was even. I stumbled across, if you guys know me, I love thrifty. I'm a thrifty girl, but I always find quality. It's one of my special blessings or some shit, right? What the hell? I ain't never seen this kind of thrifty in fucking Sodom and Gomorrah, I gotta tell you that. The closest I've seen to that in Sodom was if you go on certain days, like sometime they'll have $1 at Save, what was it called? Savers? Where on certain days, like maybe something's $1, clothes items, it's $1. Well, why I run across somewhere where it's 10 cents on a certain day of the week for clothes? 10 cents, y'all, and $1 for shoes. And I just so happen, okay, hear me out. I just so happen to find this out and just so happen to go to these places, and why they just so happen to have all these quality things in my size and shit. None of this is a coincidence. The reason why I'm sharing it, you guys, it ain't about bragging. You know why I'm sharing it? Because somebody needs to know. One day, somebody may watch this. They need to know that if they surrender to their journey and their path and work with their life team the best they can, even when they don't have it all figured out, in this childlike faith, saying, hey, I'm willing to be destroyed. I'll destroy it all. I'll walk away from all of it. I don't give a fuck. This shit ain't working for me no more anyway. Do as you guys wish. Help me. Help me. When we embrace this, you're supported. And so unfortunately, people could look at you on the outside thinking you're doing the weird shit, and it's everyone else that's actually doing the weird shit. Why they sending karma now? Had nothing to do with violating anything. It was the surrender. That whatever you walk away from is usually going to serve. There's a purpose. For an example, even my car I had out there, it was a reason why I was guided to let that go. Long before, it was a reason. I know what it is now. And sometimes we want to have it all figured out, but I well, no, that doesn't make sense. You know, I worked so hard for this. I put so much time and energy and effort into, so it's a car. It's a car, man. Later, your team will reveal to you that you have motherfuckers stalking you, following you around and shit, tracking you. And you just didn't know it. Trying to set you up, trying to slice your tires and shit. So it serves to sometimes to be like willing to go, look, you can get another car. Shit, fuck. I'm telling y'all, it's this clenching. What are people going to think? That's another thing. If you want to ascend, you're going to have to be willing to do this with that. They're going to think I'm crazy. They're going to think I'm crazy. They're going to think I'm crazy. So, they say they're normal, but how is that working out for them? And usually they're projecting they're crazy, by the way. Because you're not a drone. When you embrace this journey, you're no longer a drone. You're no longer allowing yourself to be cookie-cutted into some type of false image of what people think is normal and what you ought to be. They themselves aren't well. They've just managed to wear a costume and a label for a long time and have managed to hide their crazy. That's narcissism. Let go of concerns. So, why does it matter? They're not serving you anyway. Why does it matter? Right? They're nothing but a headache to you anyway. Why does it matter? right? They don't value you anyway. Why does it matter? Welcome. You got to be willing. And this is where you get the support on your journey to ascend. This is what makes it more comfortable, because you will have to deal with the uncomfortable phases of it. The disorientation, the cognitive dissonance, the depersonalization that you're going to go through as you're going down this rabbit hole. Okay? All right, so that's enough play and talk. I'm going to change the music. I should end it here and then start over. I think I'm going to end this part and then I'm going to start over for the reading. Okay, yeah. So that way this one was just like the discussion and the play, and then I'm going to cut this one off, and then we're just going to get straight into the reading. I'll do some sage and talk about the blue sage and everything. Actually, let me talk about it here, so that way I can just get into the reading after I cut off this, okay? So that's that. Get into some play. Tap into your inner child. Just be open and flexible. This is going to help you to ascend in your own unique way. Now, the blue sage. Okay, we're going to light some of this when I get ready for the reading. Ooh, some good shit. This is old Bloomy's weed. Okay, I'm just kidding. I don't smoke this, okay? And I don't smoke weed, no qualms, okay? I'm just being funny. Blue sage, let's talk about it. It's similar to white sage, but it's not as potent, okay? So this particular creator, she broke down the definition of blue sage, which I'm sure you'll find if you go on Google. But it says here, blue sage is said to cleanse negativity, hate, and exorcism, okay? While bringing, at the same time, is cleansing and bringing. So this is why I like this sage. It's doing a couple of things. It's cleansing, but it's also attracting, okay? So it says, while bringing wealth, health, prosperity, healing, and coolness. So what I feel with that is like calmness, when you need calm into your life. Blue sage could be used in a ritual ceremony, house cleansing, or simply for the aromatic. It does smell really good. It's a lot different than the white sage, okay? So that's the intention we'll be setting here when we get into the reading for this ascension reading is, okay, releasing the negativity, the hate, low vibratory entities, individuals, energies, bringing in wealth, health, prosperity, healing, and calmness into your life, okay? Blessing our space, our home, what's important to us, and that's it during this ascension process, okay? So that's the blue sage. And I think I'm going to end it here and just get into the reading next. If you're wondering about ascension stones, these are two of my smaller pieces, but let me tell you something about the potency of these two little bad boys. These are some heavy hitters, okay? If you were to hold this in your hand, and if you're sensitive, your hand will start being like it's on fire. You may even like sweat, okay, because of this one. And this one is called Moldavite. It's known as the stone of transformation, awakening, and ascension here. And then we have the Herkimer diamond, which is known to be the healer's stone. Okay. Working with these two, like either holding it in your receptive hand during like meditation or just sitting outside while you're quiet, or placing them like on your heart space, like holding it near your heart, can assist with transformation and ascension, okay? All right, so that's that. I'm excited. We're going to get into the reading next. All right, guys, don't even know if anybody's here, so we'll be back.